situation over the 12 years that I've been here entertaining you on television. Welcome to Hot Topics, Sharina Hudson. Getting out of my car with my money. Good morning, Journey. She'll be almost I think she'll be 3 next month, don't you know? Good morning, Kelvin.
Ciao. Turns out Sharina Hudson eventually realized she had chosen the wrong man in Kevin Hunter. For years, rumors swirled that Kevin and Sharina were perfectly comfortable planning a life together, allegedly funded by Wendy, without a second thought. But ever since Wendy stepped away from her show and was placed under that controversial guardianship, Kevin's cash flow has reportedly dried up. He's been filing lawsuit after lawsuit, seemingly trying every possible angle to get Wendy to bankroll his lifestyle again. After his most recent case was tossed out, people started whispering that Kevin walked out on Sharina the same way he did Wendy. And honestly, nobody knew where Sharina went. While Kevin was busy chasing those lawsuits, she vanished from Instagram and disappeared completely. Now, after months off the radar, we're finally about to find out where she's been hiding. As you know, Wendy has been through an intense battle, fighting to end her guardianship, a situation she never needed or requested in the first place. A new assessment confirmed that Wendy was never ill and never suffered from dementia, which had been the justification for her strict guardianship for more than 3 years. It seems everyone, from the judge to her former manager, her doctor, Wells Fargo, and even her court-appointed guardian, Sabrina Moresi, was aligned to keep Wendy from accessing her own money. And honestly, karma might just have something in store for all of them. With this new information, Wendy could finally close the chapter on this exploitative guardianship, though it doesn't necessarily mean she'll return to her primetime spot or resume working anytime soon.
I'm not going to take a lot of time because, I'm getting emotional. And I told myself I wasn't going to do this.
Wendy's absence from the show affected more than just her career. It rippled across everyone involved, even those who weren't exactly fans. Enter Kevin Hunter and his companion, Sharina. Kevin reportedly traveled to LA for business, and a private investigator was hired to follow him. According to the PI, Kevin and Sharina were spotted in Miami, lounging on the beach, hitting the gym, dining out, and flaunting designer items. The photos supposedly show them living comfortably, as if nothing had changed. When Wendy left her show, her income plummeted, which also impacted Kevin. Due to a clause in their divorce decree, if Wendy's contract was suspended or not renewed, she wasn't obligated to continue paying alimony. Whoever drafted that clause deserves a medal because Kevin apparently expected to live off Wendy indefinitely. During their marriage, Wendy had been a solid support system, and now she had her own life and new daughter. A beautiful, planned child, not an accident.
It was not till death do us part.
And it wasn't just an incident. I mean, the relationship that Kevin had with this woman went on for...
No. Kevin was a serial cheater. Kevin had different mistresses depending on, the part of his life. This last one was the one that he had the longest.
Kevin allegedly received a lump sum as part of their divorce settlement, along with alimony checks totaling around $250,000 per month. But he apparently never considered the possibility that Wendy's financial stream could stop. Once the check stopped, he went back to court trying to secure more support. In 2022, he filed a lawsuit claiming he had fallen behind on bills, car insurance, HOA fees, and credit card payments, even taking loans out on luxury vehicles. Unable to maintain his and Sharina's home, they were reportedly forced to put it up for sale. Essentially, the lifestyle they had enjoyed depended entirely on Wendy's income. Kevin's first lawsuit didn't go in his favor and was dismissed, but that didn't stop him. In 2024, he attempted to claim Wendy had hidden over $48 million during their divorce and tried to reopen the case. Once again, the court was not on his side. Earlier this year, he filed yet another lawsuit demanding $250 million in damages against Wells Fargo, the guardian, and others involved in her guardianship, alleging constitutional violations and fraud. He claimed to be acting on Wendy's behalf, but anyone watching closely could see this was less about her and more about money. Despite exposing some of the schemes behind Wendy's guardianship, Kevin's actions left people skeptical. He's no longer Wendy's husband, doesn't hold power of attorney, and cannot file on behalf of her now-adult son. This was clearly a desperate attempt at a money grab, and a poorly executed one at that. His creative legal maneuvers show just how far he's willing to go to get what he thinks he deserves, regardless of the truth. Sources say it's not just Kevin's finances taking a hit. His relationship with Sharina has reportedly suffered too. As money troubles mounted, the couple allegedly started clashing over what to do next. After all, Sharina was rumored to be with Kevin for the easy life, and now that gravy train had run dry, she had to pivot. Sharina reportedly began hustling to support herself. She focused on her vegan food business, though it wasn't bringing in much, and even got her real estate license to start selling homes in Florida. Meanwhile, Kevin allegedly hasn't been paying child support and doesn't plan to until his finances recover. Tensions rose, and Sharina allegedly made her Instagram private and temporarily moved back in with her mother to get her finances in order. Now, she's back, actively promoting her businesses, her real estate services, and the gut health products she created. She shifted her image from living the soft life to showcasing her skills and entrepreneurial side, working to provide for herself and her daughter. Reports suggest that Kevin and Sharina may have gone their separate ways, though this hasn't been officially confirmed. Watching their relationship reportedly collapse has left people calling it karma. Sharina, who some say expected to live lavishly off another woman, now seems to be facing the consequences of that choice. While it's not our place to wish anyone ill, many note that her lifestyle shift is a stark reminder that you can't rely on someone else forever. So, what do you think? Were you expecting Sharina and Kevin to part ways so soon? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and don't forget to subscribe. Catch you in the next video. Bye, baddies. For years, Wendy Williams has been in the public eye, navigating a highly successful career while dealing with personal and legal battles behind the scenes. But the story isn't just about her. It's about those around her, specifically her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, and his alleged sidekick, Sharina Hudson. Kevin and Sharina were reportedly living a life of luxury, funded indirectly by Wendy. And when Wendy stepped away from her show and was placed under guardianship, their lifestyle began to crumble. Suddenly, the money that fueled their lavish spending habits was gone. And, as sources say, that's when the cracks in Kevin and Sharina's relationship started showing. Once Wendy's income stopped, Kevin allegedly struggled to keep up with the lifestyle he had grown accustomed to. He reportedly fell behind on bills, luxury car payments, HOA fees, and even child support. Some sources claim he had to take out loans against his luxury vehicles and put the couple's home up for sale because he simply couldn't afford it anymore. This situation wasn't just financial, it was personal. Kevin, who had long been used to relying on Wendy's wealth, suddenly found himself exposed and vulnerable. And according to insiders, that pressure led to tension with Sharina. The couple reportedly argued about money, the future, and what to do next as the reality of their situation set in. Sharina, who some say was originally drawn to Kevin for his connection to Wendy and the lifestyle that came with it, reportedly had to pivot hard. She allegedly started focusing on her vegan food business, trying to make it profitable, and even obtained her real estate license to start selling homes in Florida. Her Instagram went private for a while as she regrouped, and reports claim she temporarily moved back in with her mother to stabilize her finances. But now, sources say she's back online, promoting her businesses, selling her own products, and building a new life for herself and her daughter, away from the dependency that had defined her previous years. The financial strain reportedly took a toll on Sharina and Kevin's relationship. Insiders claim that the couple may have gone their separate ways, although this hasn't been officially confirmed. Regardless, it's clear that the soft life they were living is no more, and they've both had to adjust to reality. Fans watching this unfold have called it karma in action. Sharina, who some say expected to continue living off Wendy's wealth, now appears to be facing the consequences of that choice. And Kevin, who once thrived on alimony checks and a luxurious lifestyle, seems desperate to reclaim what he believes is owed to him. Meanwhile, Wendy Williams herself has emerged victorious in her own way. After years of battling an unnecessary guardianship, new assessments confirmed that she was never suffering from dementia, and the court-imposed restrictions have finally been lifted. Wendy now has control over her life and finances again, marking a significant win in a long and difficult fight. Her absence from the show affected Kevin's lifestyle, alimony payments, and indirectly, Sharina's situation. Without Wendy's wealth as a cushion, the so-called easy life that Kevin and Sharina had come to rely on collapsed. And that, in many ways, represents a kind of justice for those who expected to benefit indefinitely from her success. Not one to go quietly, Kevin reportedly tried multiple legal avenues to regain financial support. He filed lawsuits claiming financial hardship, debt, and foreclosure risk. Later, he allegedly attempted to reopen his divorce proceedings to claim more money and even sued Wells Fargo, Wendy's guardian, and others involved in her guardianship, alleging constitutional violations and fraud. While some of his actions exposed the behind-the-scenes scheming surrounding Wendy's guardianship, most observers see these moves as desperate attempts at money grabs rather than genuine concern for Wendy. Kevin is no longer her husband, has no legal authority over her, and cannot file claims on behalf of her adult son. So the narrative of fighting for Wendy is widely seen as disingenuous. As Kevin chased lawsuits, Sharina reportedly shifted her focus to independence. She's promoting her vegan business, selling gut health products she developed, and working as a real estate agent. Her social media presence has transformed from one highlighting luxury and leisure to one showcasing skills, work ethic, and entrepreneurship. This pivot appears to be a direct response to financial pressure. Sharina is no longer relying on Kevin or indirectly on Wendy for her lifestyle. Now her focus is survival, self-reliance, and providing for her daughter. Fans and commentators have had a lot to say about this saga. Many describe it as a case of karma. What goes around comes around. Sharina, who some say expected to coast through life on someone else's dime, now finds herself having to work and hustle. Kevin, who allegedly tried to manipulate the system to maintain his lifestyle, is facing the fallout of his dependence on Wendy's finances. While it's easy to judge, the situation serves as a stark reminder. Relying on another person for financial security, especially in such high-profile situations, rarely ends well. So, what can we learn from this entire story? First, financial independence is crucial, no matter your connections or perceived security. Second, relying on someone else's wealth, even temporarily, can create tension, resentment, and eventual collapse when circumstances change. Third, karma has a way of catching up, whether through financial stress, relationship strain, or public scrutiny. Finally, Wendy Williams' victory over her guardianship is a reminder that perseverance, legal action, and self-advocacy can lead to reclaiming one's life and rights, even after years of unjust control. As for Kevin and Sharina, sources suggest their chapter together may be over, and Sharina's focus has shifted entirely to building her own future. Meanwhile, Wendy continues to rebuild her career, finances, and personal life on her terms. So, were you expecting Kevin and Sharina's relationship to collapse this quickly? Do you think Sharina will succeed with her businesses? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates on this story. This saga is far from over, and we'll be following every twist and turn.